All right, buckle up because
Oh, yeah.
today's deep dive is going to take us on a roller coaster ride.
hmm
We're diving into the life of Ron Magsakai,
Okay.
a man whose journey
Yeah.
is marked by incredible highs and devastating lows,
hmm
all held together by this unyielding sense of humor.
You hit the nail on the head. It's
Right.
it's that humor that makes Ron's story so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not just a few jokes sprinkled in.
Yeah.
It's a thread woven through every fabric of his life.
Yeah.
It helps him navigate challenges,
Yeah.
cope with loss,
Yeah.
and ultimately find a way to keep moving forward.
We're going to explore all of that through excerpts from his autobiography.
Right.
I Got Humor.
I got humor.
It's not your typical memoir filled with business tips or self-help advice,
Right.
but a raw and honest reflection on how laughter can be a lifeline,
Mm-hmm.
even in the face of profound tragedy.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a journey of resilience, of
Yeah.
finding light in the darkest of places,
Oh.
and ultimately, of the enduring power of the human spirit
Oh, wow.
to find joy, even amidst pain.
So let's rewind the tape
Okay.
and meet young Ron,
Yeah.
a mischievous kid growing up in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
He paints this vivid picture of himself,
Okay.
obsessed with basketball, even building a hoop out of a frisbee in a suitcase.
Oh.
I mean, talk about resourcefulness.
It really highlights that inventive spirit he had from a young age.
Right.
And you have to remember, he was also trying to find his place in a family with a high-achieving older sister, Digna.
Whoa.
So humor became his way to stand out, to
Hmm.
connect with people, and to carve his own path.
And then there's the family business.
Right.
His father, Ramon Sr., built this successful stuffed toy business called Lucky Charm.
Okay.
It sounds like they were a close-knit family,
Yeah.
traveling off, especially to Baguio, a beautiful mountain city in the Philippines.
Baguio becomes this recurring symbol in Ron's life,
Oh, really?
representing both happy memories and later on profound loss.
Interesting.
But the family business itself is fascinating because it exposes Ron to the world of entrepreneurship from a young age.
Mm-hmm.
He even starts a mobile disco business in high school
Real
called Overhit Mobile,
overhit mobile.
aptly named because it frequently overheated.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You can already see that entrepreneurial spark,
Right.
that drive to create something of his own.
Yeah.
But then in 1986,
1986.
everything changes.
Yes. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn.
Oh.
Ron, along with his family, is involved in a horrific car accident during a trip to Baguio.
Oh, no.
Ron sustains serious injury
Oh, gosh.
and wakes up to a confusing and devastating reality.
Wow.
The details surrounding his family are shrouded in mystery,
Oh, my gosh.
and he's left with more questions than answers.
It's heartbreaking, to be honest.
It is.
He's going through this grueling physical recovery,
Yeah.
enduring pain, and intense physical therapy,
Yeah.
all while trying to piece together what happened to his family.
And to make matters worse, his friends,
Oh, no.
in an attempt to protect him,
Mhm.
fabricate stories about his family's whereabouts.
Oh, wow.
It's a well-intentioned lie,
Right.
but it ultimately adds to the confusion and delays his grieving process.
It's like he's living in this suspended reality,
Yeah.
clinging to hope,
Mm-hmm.
while simultaneously grappling with this deep sense of loss and uncertainty.
It's a testament to his strength.
Yeah.
He doesn't succumb to despair.
Mm-hmm.
He finds a way to channel his pain and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where humor starts to become more than just a personality trait. It
Uh-huh.
evolves into a coping mechanism.
He eventually learns the truth about his family,
Yeah.
a moment he poignantly describes as happening in the revelation bed.
Right.
The weight of that revelation must have been crushing.
It is.
And yet, despite the trauma, he focuses on his recovery, determined to walk again.
That determination, that refusal to be defined by tragedy, is a defining characteristic of Ron's spirit,
Yeah.
even at such a young age. He demonstrates incredible resilience.
And then at just 17,
At 17.
he's thrust into running the family business while still attending college.
Wow.
Talk about pressure.
It's a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
He's forced to grow up fast,
Right.
to make tough decisions, and to step into his father's shoes.
Yeah.
He tries to introduce new products
Okay.
to revitalize the Lucky Charm brand.
Right.
But ultimately, the business faces challenges that lead to its closure.
Another loss.
Another loss.
Another layer of grief to process.
Yeah,
But it also seems like a crucial turning point in his entrepreneurial journey.
absolutely.
Right.
He doesn't just inherit his father's business.
Mm-hmm.
He inherits his entrepreneurial spirit,
Okay.
his drive, his willingness to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
He learns invaluable lessons from this experience,
Yeah.
lessons that will shape his future ventures.
So we've got this young man,
Right.
fresh out of college, carrying the weight of the past,
Mm-hmm.
but also this burning entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
What happens next?
Well, he doesn't jump right back into starting a new business.
Okay.
Ron spends some time working for various companies,
Right.
honing his skills in sales and marketing.
Yeah.
He's learning the ropes,
Mm-hmm.
building a foundation for his future ventures.
It's interesting that he takes that time to really learn and prepare.
Right.
He's not just chasing the next big thing,
Yeah,
but taking a strategic approach.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's observing,
Uh-huh.
absorbing, and applying what he learns.
Right.
And during this time, something really significant happens.
Okay.
He meets Kathy.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Kathy,
Yeah.
the woman who would become his wife and partner in life.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like finding love and starting a family was a turning point for Ron.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kathy becomes his rock,
Oh,
his
yeah.
source of strength and support.
Yeah.
They have 2 daughters,
Great.
Jamie and Digna.
Mm-hmm.
And family becomes this anchor, this source of unwavering love and motivation for Ron.
It's beautiful how he finds this incredible love story amidst all the hardship he's endured.
Yeah.
But that entrepreneurial drive doesn't stay dormant for long, does it?
Not at all.
No.
Ron is a true entrepreneur at heart.
Yeah.
He's constantly exploring new ideas,
Okay.
testing the waters,
Uh-huh.
and taking calculated risks.
Yeah.
He even tries his hand at exporting carecrows.
Carecrows, huh?
Yeah,
That's a unique venture.
it is.
It speaks to his willingness to think outside the box
Right.
and find opportunities where others might not see them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And while the carecrow business didn't take off as he'd hoped,
Right.
it's another example of his resilience.
Yeah.
He doesn't let setbacks define him.
Uh-huh.
He learns from each experience and keeps moving forward.
And that leads him to his next venture.
Right.
Frame It.
Frame it.
This one seems to really strike a chord with him.
It does.
Yeah.
Frame It becomes his passion project.
Yeah.
He pours his heart and soul into building this framing business.
Oh.
He's framing everything from simple cross-stitch art
Oh, wow.
to elaborate pieces,
Okay.
even presidential peso bills.
Wait, he framed money.
I know, right?
That's wild.
Yeah, it catches the attention of then-President Joseph Estrada,
Okay.
who commissions Ron to frame an uncut sheet of 100,000 peso bills.
That's brilliant marketing.
It is,
It puts Frame It on the map
Yeah.
and showcases Ron's meticulous craftsmanship.
right?
It sounds like things are finally falling into place for him.
They are, professionally at least.
Okay.
His business is thriving.
Right.
He's gaining recognition for his work,
Yeah.
and he's built a beautiful family.
Right.
But remember,
Yeah.
the past casts a long shadow.
Right.
He's still grappling with the unresolved trauma of the accident,
Uh-huh.
and it manifests in recurring nightmares and this deep-seated fear of driving.
So even amidst this outward success,
Mm-hmm.
he's still battling these internal demons. It's a reminder that success doesn't always equate to peace of mind.
Exactly.
Right.
And those suppressed memories from the accident begin to resurface,
Oh, wow.
forcing him to confront the painful truth about his parents' deaths.
Wow.
It's a long and difficult process,
Right.
but one that's essential for his healing.
He doesn't shy away from seeking help, does he?
He doesn't.
He goes to therapy and is eventually diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
And that's another key takeaway from Ron's story,
Mhm.
the importance of seeking help when you need it.
Yeah.
There's no shame in admitting you're struggling and seeking professional support.
Right.
It's a sign of strength,
Yeah.
not weakness.
Absolutely.
And throughout all of this,
Yeah.
his sense of humor never fades. In
Yeah.
fact, it seems to deepen and evolve as he navigates these challenges. It
Sure.
becomes more nuanced,
Okay.
more insightful.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just using humor to make people laugh.
Yeah.
He's using it to connect with others, to
Right.
share his story, and to find meaning amidst the pain. Yeah. It's like humor becomes a bridge between his past and his present,
Mm-hmm.
helping him to heal and to find a way forward.
He even uses his humor to build relationships with clients.
Oh.
There's a story in the book about how he once accidentally broke a client's expensive vase
Oh.
while delivering a framed piece.
Right.
Instead of panicking,
Mm-hmm.
he turns the situation around with a witty remark,
Oh, wow.
and the client ends up becoming a loyal customer.
That's Ron.
Yeah.
He has this incredible ability to find humor in even the most stressful situations.
Yeah.
And it's not just about diffusing tension, it's about human connection.
Right.
He uses humor to build rapport,
Yeah.
to create a sense of shared experience,
Mhm.
and to remind people that even when things go wrong,
Yeah.
we can still find a reason to smile.
It's almost like humor becomes his superpower,
Right.
a way to disarm people, to make
Yeah.
them feel comfortable, and to build genuine connections.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But even with this superpower, right.
His entrepreneurial journey isn't without its bumps.
Right.
He experiences setbacks,
Okay.
financial struggles, and moments of self-doubt.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What are some specific business challenges he faced?
Okay.
You mentioned financial struggles. Were there any times his humor backfired in a business context?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
While Ron's humor is generally a strength, there were times when it could be misinterpreted,
Right.
particularly in formal business settings.
Yeah.
For example, he talks about a pitch meeting with a bank
Okay.
where his lighthearted approach was perceived as unprofessional,
Oh.
costing him a potential loan.
Oh, no.
It was a learning experience for him,
Yeah.
highlighting the importance of adapting his communication style to different audiences.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all about reading the room and understanding your audience. And
Yeah.
what about those financial struggles?
Okay.
Did he ever share specifics about what made frame it so challenging?
He did.
Rolling was incredibly transparent about the challenges of managing cash flow, especially during the early days of Frame It.
Right.
He talks about the constant pressure of covering overhead costs,
Right.
securing materials, and navigating delayed payments from clients.
Okay.
There's a particularly poignant anecdote about him using the family credit card to purchase framing supplies,
Wow.
a decision that led to a tense conversation with Kathy.
Wow, that must have been a difficult time.
It was.
It's a reminder that behind every successful entrepreneur, there's a lot of unseen struggle and sacrifice.
Exactly. And it's not just financial.
Yeah.
Running a business, especially a small business, can be incredibly demanding.
Yeah.
Ron talks about the long hours,
Right.
the constant juggling act of work and family, and the emotional toll it can take.
It sounds like even with his incredible resilience and sense of humor,
Yeah,
there were times when he felt overwhelmed and unsure of himself.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from those moments of vulnerability in his book.
Right.
He talks about experiencing anxiety,
Yeah.
grappling with self-doubt, and questioning his choices.
It's amazing to see how open he is about those struggles.
Yeah,
So many successful people present this image of perfection.
right.
But Ron's story reminds us that everyone faces challenges, no matter how successful they might seem.
It's incredibly refreshing, isn't it? He doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Right.
He's honest about the ups and downs, the
Yeah.
triumphs and the setbacks.
Mm,
And that's what makes his story so relatable and ultimately so inspiring.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And through it all, there's this recurring theme of faith.
Right.
It's not always front and center,
Yeah.
but it seems to be this underlying force guiding him,
Mm-hmm.
especially as he confronts his past and seeks healing.
Yes, faith plays a significant role in Ron's life.
Yeah.
He talks about how his belief in God provides him with a sense of peace, purpose, and strength,
Yeah.
particularly during those times when he feels overwhelmed or lost.
It's like faith becomes this anchor, this grounding force that helps him weather the storms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's through this combination of faith,
Right.
humor, and entrepreneurial spirit that he's able to navigate life's complexities
Yeah.
and ultimately find a path toward healing and happiness.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
From his childhood to his business ventures to his personal struggles. But what's the takeaway for us?
Okay.
What can we learn from Ron's story?
Well, I think one of the most powerful lessons is the importance of resilience. By his circumstances. He always found a way to pick himself back up
Yeah.
and keep moving forward, even when it felt impossible.
It makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what was it about Ron that allowed him to be so resilient?
Mm-hmm.
Was it purely his personality, or were there specific techniques he used to bounce back from setbacks?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And I think it's a combination of factors.
Okay.
Part of it is definitely his inherent optimism and determination,
Mm-hmm.
but he also consciously cultivates resilience through specific practices.
Okay.
He talks about the importance of gratitude,
Right.
of finding joy in the small things,
Mm.
and of focusing on what he can control
Right.
rather than dwelling on the things he can't.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that resilience isn't just some innate quality.
Mhm.
It's something we can actively build and strengthen.
Absolutely.
Right.
And another key takeaway is the transformative power of humor.
Yeah.
We've talked about how Ron uses humor to cope with challenges,
Yeah.
connect with others,
Mhm.
and find light in difficult situations.
Right.
But it goes beyond that.
Yeah.
Humor allows him to reframe his perspective,
Okay.
to find the absurd in the mundane,
Mm-hmm.
and to maintain a sense of hope even when faced with darkness.
It's like humor becomes this lens through which he views the world.
Right.
A lens that allows him to see possibility and joy,
Yeah.
even in the midst of pain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not about denying the pain
Right.
or pretending everything is okay.
Right.
It's about finding a way to coexist with it,
Yeah.
to find moments of lightness and connection,
Right.
even when things are tough.
It reminds me of that quote by Viktor Frankl.
Oh, yeah.
Humor was another of the soul's weapons in the fight for self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like humor gives us this strength,
Yeah.
this ability to rise above our circumstances
Right.
and find meaning
Yeah.
even in the midst of suffering.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
And I think Ron's story also highlights the importance of embracing vulnerability.
Okay.
He doesn't shy away from sharing his struggles,
Right.
his fears,
Mhm.
his moments of self-doubt.
Yeah.
He allows himself to be seen,
Right.
flaws and all.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he creates a space for genuine connection and understanding.
It's like his vulnerability becomes a source of strength,
Yeah.
a way to break down barriers
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and connect with others on a deeper level.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And finally,
Yeah.
Ron's story is a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
It's about the drive to create, to
Uh-huh.
build something meaningful,
Yeah.
and to never give up on your dreams,
Right.
even when faced with setbacks and obstacles.
He's not just an entrepreneur.
Right?
He's an innovator,
Yeah.
a risk taker, someone who's constantly pushing boundaries
Right.
and finding new ways to express his creativity.
Yes. And it's important to remember that entrepreneurship isn't just about starting businesses.
Yeah.
It's about a mindset,
Right.
a way of approaching life with curiosity, passion, and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Ron Magsaysier's extraordinary life,
Yeah.
I'm left with a sense of awe and inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
He shows us that even in the face of profound loss and adversity,
Yeah.
we can find joy,
Right.
resilience,
Mm-hmm.
and the strength to keep moving forward.
His story is a reminder that humor can be a powerful tool for healing,
Right.
connection, and transformation.
Mm-hmm.
It encourages us to embrace our vulnerabilities,
Yeah.
to never give up on our dreams,
Right.
and to find those moments of lightness and grace,
Yeah.
even in the darkest of times.
I think that's a message we can all take to heart.
Yeah.
So what can you learn from Ron's story?
Right.
How can you use humor as a source of strength in your own life?
Mm-hmm.
Those are questions worth pondering as we move forward on our own unique journeys.
Absolutely.